how you doing? So today I'm gonna show you how to do makeup for glasses. Yeah, that's right. For those of you who have been with me through my younger years, I'm sure you have seen me wearing glasses a lot in school. But nowadays, I rarely do because I find it a lot more convenient to wear contact lenses instead. Guess lucky me that my eyes don't dry out quite quickly. But yeah, of course, in between those days when I wear contact lenses, I would have to give my eyes a break. So in the evenings, I would wear glasses, or on those days when I lack sleep, then I probably would have to wear glasses, right? So that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you out with your glasses problems. Kidding. But yeah, glasses have really become an accessory nowadays for women. So the thing to remember when you're wearing glasses is um, you need to pay attention to the width and the color of your frames. So your makeup should conform to the size and shape and well, not necessarily the shape, but the color of your frames. So the thicker your frames and the darker it is, the brighter your makeup should be. And for those of you wearing rimless glasses, then you could probably get away with any color you like. So today I'm gonna show you the usual makeup I do when I wear glasses, especially on lazy days like these. So which probably could make me feel a lot more lazy to put on my contact lenses. So I'm just gonna show you how. Watch this. So start off with the usual step. I always would go with this is an ink. You've probably seen this in my previous tutorials already. This is a peach colored corrector from Peripera. This is my favorite because I get dark eye circles a lot, so this is my best friend when I don't want to put some makeup on but I still want to look me but better. So yeah, this is just a, see that? It's just a peach shade color corrector. I usually put this first before I put on my concealer because it really helps a lot in reducing the purplish shades in your under eye. But for those of you who really get really dark under eyes, then I'm not sure if you've heard, but some girls really have resorted to putting on red color corrector under their eyes. So that probably could work for you. It's in makeup, it's really trial and error of what works for you, but you might as well just want to try it just in case. Yeah. So I love putting on concealer with my fingers because the warmth of your fingers really just helps spread the product nicely. This is a dark circle corrector from Intuit. You've probably seen this in my past tutorials already. So I don't usually change products. If it works, it works. Then I use it for the rest of my tutorials. You know, the thing with glasses is that when you wear glasses, the frames would tend to give off a bit of shadow. So you don't want that. You really need to do a good job in brightening your under eye because that's the best thing you could do when your eyes are hidden. There, maybe just, this is a silicone sponge. I'm not sure if you've tried using one already. This caught my attention as sometimes it really gets a bit too difficult to wash off the makeup from your sponges, right? But a quick tip is that you could just soak it in warm water, warm soapy water, before you really wash it off with running water. But in this case, this might be perfect for those of you who travel a lot because it's so washable. This one's from Kala. I just saw this in one of those beauty drugstores, but yeah, this seems to do the job quite well. And at least you don't waste a lot of makeup, because when you use the sponge, it just absorbs a lot of makeup, right? So yeah, this could probably do the trick. Quick drying, easy to wash off, makeup doesn't stick to it too much. I like it. So once you're done with your concealer, you could probably, today I'm not going to use a foundation because I don't want to use primer. Remember that when you use foundation, you need to use a primer because you need to put on a bit of barrier in between, because foundation, when it gets into the skin, it could damage your skin, especially for those of you using it on a daily basis. So yeah, you need to remember to put on primer. It's really important. Don't skip that step. So this one is a BB cream from Nature Republic. So Collagen BB cream. I've also already used this already in my previous tutorials. So just gonna squeeze a small amount and maybe put a bit of Radiant Booster from NARS. Love this because it really makes your skin a bit more radiant. So just adjust to how much product you'd want to use, how much radiance you'd want to see in your face. So just mix it up in your hand and just apply it evenly. It's easier to apply it in the middle of your face first, then slowly spread it outwardly. So this is what I'm doing here. Oh no, it got into my hair. But yeah, this is did I turn too white? Oh man. Well, just in case you found yourself putting on a lot more product than what you need to, then just rub it off with your fingers. Don't forget your neck, because you don't want your face standing out too much, looking too white, but your neck is looking dark. So just spread it evenly. You know, I really like using my fingers a lot when putting on makeup, more than brushes and sponges, because I just am a fan of the me but better look. So I'd want to keep it as natural as possible. Even with foundation, I usually would not want to go with foundation with heavy coverage, just the sheer ones, because yeah, it's okay to show your flaws a little. Freckles are fine, moles are fine, maybe a bit of what's this, bit of bumps on your forehead could show, but I mean, you'd rather look yourself than looking like a face like as if you've slapped a lot of foundation on. So there. Well, if you're not happy with the result, then you could probably get the help of a stippling brush. This brush is from Real Techniques. So yeah, if you feel like it's not so evenly spread out, then by all means you could just get a brush. So now we're done with the base. We could now proceed with putting on. See, there's a bit of radiance over there at the high points of your cheeks. And don't mind me. So, you know why? You could actually skip this step, but when using, I'm just gonna use a red lipstick today. So, when using a red lipstick, you'd want to make your face appear cleaner. So it's better to really create a nice finish so that your lips would stand out, and because your eyes would be covered by your frames anyway, so we just probably accentuate it with a bit of a wash of color and clean lines with eyeliner, and fix your brows a bit, make it a bit more defined, because that's the only thing that would show when you're wearing your glasses, your eyebrows and your lips. Well, some of you may not be a fan of red lipstick, but you can always go for a nude tone. It's just a matter of preference. I just like looking happy. I find that red lipstick makes me look happy. So yeah, I tend to wear a brighter lip shade when I'm wearing glasses. So what's next? Let's you just do our brows. Fix your brows first. So after you've finished brushing, combing your brows, then I'm thinking if I just do a fluffy brow today, because I don't want my brows to be too made up. Well, I'm generally not a fan of those brows which look like it's too fixed, or it's too, it's too made up, too, you get what I mean. So I have here an waterproof eyebrow color from Intuit. This is a Japanese drugstore brand. You can easily find this in Watson's. Uh-oh, don't mind that. And I'll just usually take these two shades and color it. Yep. Fluffy brows. You probably use the lighter one for the inner part of your brows because you don't want this part to appear too strong. So just apply a wash of color, but not too overpowering. This should do. And you could use a darker one for the outer edges of your brows. Yep. Good. Oh no, I might have put too much. Good. Don't worry if you have accidentally excessively put your powder on your brows. You could just easily, this is the beauty with a powder formula, because you could just easily correct it with a brow brush, spoolie as they call it. So remember to blend out especially this parts, because you don't want this appearing too harsh. So now we've got more defined brows. Then this is K Palette Real Lasting Eyebrow in the shade number 1. And I just draw a few lines here and there just to make it more natural. I'd want to apply a bit of brown mascara today because just to match the color of my hair. So yeah, keep it light. Don't apply too much. Be careful. This brown mascara is from. This is from Sunny's Face. It's a grooming gel in warm brown. There. And every time I use a brow gel, I usually follow it up quickly with a spoolie just to make sure that the gel is spread out evenly among the strands. And it instantly gives your brows a brightening effect, if you call it. Lighter shade. See that? So now we're done with our brows. We could just proceed with putting on this is not an eye cream. This is an eye primer from Inglot. You could skip this step, but it won't hurt to put on a little. Just so your eyeshadow would stay on a bit longer. But we're not putting on heavy eyeshadow today, just because I'm not a fan of really smoky eyes when wearing glasses. I don't find it too clean. E38 brush from Sigma, diffused crease brush. I'm not sure if you could see it clearly, but just I'm using a bit of ash brown shade from MAC. This is in the shade of Wedge matte. It comes with a matte finish, so just lightly put on your crease, just to add more depth, because we need to make our eyes appear wider when wearing glasses, because glasses tend to make our eyes look smaller, especially those of you with higher eye grades. I can really relate to that, because oh no, my eye grade is really, I don't know when it will ever stop, but it keeps going up. So just a wash of color, just to not make your eyes appear pale. You can also use this to add a bit of contour to connect your brows to your nose bridge. There you go. And add a bit of definition in your, I don't know what part you call this, but this is how you do it. This is how it's it. Oh no, it just reminds me of that song. For those of you kids of the 90s who can relate. Add a bit here just to make your lips appear larger. Now what's next? Let's put on, I have here I forgot what this is called, but I have here a gel eyeshadow from Etude House in the shade RD302. Don't worry, I'll put the description down below so you could, but I'm not sure if you can still find this, because this is from 2 years ago or a year ago. I like this because it gives off it's kind of a gel to creamy formula, and let me show you, it gives you that natural finish. And for those of you with brown eyes like me, then copper would really accentuate your eyes. It'd bring out brown in your eyes a bit more. So it's great for those of you who'd want uncomplicated ways of applying eyeshadow, then this should do the trick. Even when you're commuting, then you could actually easily just pop it it all over your eyes. And it instantly brightens it. Look at that. So now we could proceed with applying a bit of contour. Today I'm using Hoola bronzer to apply contour. Just a light shade of contour. If you have a heart-shaped face like me, then you could just apply your contour at the sides of your forehead, just to add a bit of color when you're looking pale, and on the hollows of your cheeks, just to add more definition, so your face won't look too fat, in case you're feeling that. But yeah, it should add a bit of color regardless. I have here a K palette Real Lasting Eyeliner in the shade of oh no, I forgot which shade this is, but I'm sure this is a dark brown shade. You could easily black brown. Yeah, this is black brown. So you could just remember what I told you earlier. When you have how you line your eyes would really depend on how thick your frames are. So if your frames are a bit thicker, then you could just like line it a lot more thicker. To mention. Do the same on the other side. Oh no, I'll just fix my eyeliner. I'll be right back. So I'm back and I'm done applying my eyeliner, so it's time to curl our lashes. I'm using one from Shurumura, because, well, if you would happen to get one for yourself, do get one, because this one is really curl your lashes nicely, especially for Asian girls, because our eyes are a bit smaller. So this really does the trick well. Ta-da! Then your eyes are instantly open. Now if you find your eyeliner too harsh with the use of a liquid liner, then you could by all means feel free to, this is just optional. This is from Clio, the Gel Presso Waterproof Pencil Gel Liner in a brown shade, and feel free to apply something that you could smudge off just right outside the outer edges of the first line. If you want, you could proceed to lining your under eye a bit at the sides. Yeah. You never skip this step. Now where's my mascara? Oh, here. Today I'm gonna use a mascara from Maybelline. This is, they call it the Lash Sensational Waterproof Mascara. So just, there we go. I find it cleaner to apply, I mean the look, I find it a lot cleaner when we put mascara rather than smoking it all up all over the eyes when you're wearing glasses. Because as I've mentioned earlier, glasses would tend to give off a bit of shadow already, so when you just build on a lot of shadow, then it would just make your eyes look, I don't know, look haggard, or I just don't like the look. So yeah, this is my style. Feel free to experiment with whatever you like, with whatever works for you. Sometimes I use a spoolie to separate the lashes evenly. Although this type of mascara doesn't clump, I really like the formula. But sometimes it's with the way you apply it, so just be careful that you don't apply too much product, else it'll look all too dirty. So I have here a lightweight cheek stick from Happy Skin in the Generation Active collection. This is supposed to be sweat proof, but I just like the color, so let's just dab some on the cheeks. And just brush off with a stippling brush. Oh no, I might have applied too much already. But here, just blend it out well, then it should eventually even out. Some more product. Because with red lipstick, you don't want to go over the top with your cheek color, right? So this is what I'm trying to do here, just building the color up to the desired pigment, but not really putting on too much. Oh no, I might have really put on too much, didn't I? Else you'll end up looking like a clown. So just like better apply to the fingers instead. Feel free to apply it in these parts over your temples. I like to do it that way because it makes it a bit more livelier, especially with your frames on. So yeah. You can just I also have here the BYS Minerals Natural Compact Blush in Doll Face. This is the shade. Let me just swatch it up for you. There. Just so you see the color. I would want to use a bigger brush because I want it to be light but wide. So I'm just gonna tap off the excess and just lightly brush it over your face. Just even if you put some on your forehead, then feel free. It's nice to put on some nice blush when you're wearing glasses, because I don't know, it looks cute when you're wearing frames and you have nice blushing cheeks. Just a fan of that look. So we're done with the blush, and now what's left for us to do is to just put on our red lipstick. Are you ready for your red lipstick? This one is from Sunny's Face in the shade of Major. This is a major favorite. I like the kind of red it gives. We're just gonna use a lip brush to apply it all over our lips. Yes. Tip here, if you're using a red lip and if you're worried about how to apply it in these parts, you might just want to draw an X like what I'm doing here. See that? Just draw an X like this. Oh no. Then just feel free to spread the color evenly. So this is the Yeah, it's too red, so don't worry about it. We're just gonna blot it off with, well, you could just first, oh no, use your fingers just to make sure that it doesn't hang on. So now we've finished applying your red lipstick. It's time to blot it off. Don't worry. I know all you guys were thinking like, oh no, that's too red. Well, some of you might want to have it this way, but as for me, I also find it a bit too red. So just in case it feels a bit too much for you, then just be ready with your facial tissues and just do this trick. And it'll just create that natural looking stain. And it'll actually make your lipstick stay on longer. So if you'd want a longer lasting lipstick, then you could just do this on your first layer and apply another layer and do it again. Now I don't have a Q-tip, so I'm using a cotton bud with a concealer at the tip, just so you could clean it up. With red lipsticks, this is the trick. You could use just put some concealer on the tip, then just line it along your lip, just to clean it up. Because red can sometimes tend to look messy, so this is the solution. So you could just like cover it with concealer. So just blend out the blush. Don't be afraid to, if you're feeling a bit too oily by the time you finish, here's something I could recommend. This is an oil capture pact from Peripera. I've been using this a lot in my previous tutorials, so it appears white, but when you apply it on your face, then it really gives off, it's really just a translucent powder. So just get a white brush, just make sure to dust some off your face. This is also gonna keep your makeup from melting off earlier, faster. So yeah. So this is finished look, and we're just gonna try it on with glasses. Ta-da! So if you are feeling lazy on rainy days, then you could actually just do this makeup look for yourself. It doesn't make you look too sleepy, because I personally would feel a bit sleepy when I'm wearing glasses. I don't know why, but that's usually the case with me. So this is my typical makeup look. But if you're not a fan of red lipstick, then you could actually just go ahead and use a nude tone. So let me just show you another look. So I removed my red lipstick because some of you might not like it. And for those girls who tend to be on the more natural looking side, here's another lipstick shade from Sunny's Fluffmatte collection in the shade of Vacay. I'm not sure if you could read it, but I'll make sure to put it down in the description below. So this is a papaya tone shade, which really goes well with my bronze shade frames. Remember what I told you earlier, that you should pick a color that's closer to your eyeglass frame rather. So just for those days when you're not feeling too extra, then you could just switch it up with a lighter, nuder, more neutral shade like this. So here's if this is the shade that you like better, then yeah, feel free to do so. And I'm gonna just show you with, how it looks with my glasses on. So there, this is this. Yeah, so that's pretty much the makeup looks I do when I wear glasses. Either on days when I feel a little extra, then I swipe on a red shade. But for those days when I just want to look like my more natural self, then I'd go for a papaya toned orange shade or some sort. But I don't usually swipe on a very nude tone, really close to the skin tone lip shade when I'm wearing glasses, because I feel like I'd look sleepy. So yeah, for me what works is swiping on a bit of color on my lips. So this is how it looks. So I hope you did enjoy this video, and see you in my next one.